and welcome to another Free.volous webisode. Happy New Year. Yeah, I'm back and it's been nice to take a bit of a rest. No, I haven't sorted all my shit out, but at least I've been sleeping a bit more and working a lot, so yeah. Let's jump into the first video of this new year, and it's an oldie but a goodie. It's an up close and personal. Today is on the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour great start. 24 hour full coverage foundation. I think I'm not too late on the bandwagon with this one because I think it has been reformulated and people are sort of trying it out and talking about it. So let's see how it works for my skin. I have combination to oily skin. It's been oilier, I don't know why. Aging skin, of course, acne prone, several scars. My skin is very particular, so if it works for me, it probably will cover a lot of different people's issues. So let's see how it goes. The claims on this foundation aren't anything over the top. It's just full coverage and a big long-lasting ability. It feels lightweight, or so they say. And when it comes to ingredients, I have the list here. It does have dimethicone on the top. It's the 5th ingredient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And a lot of words I can't pronounce. A lot of dimethicone derivatives. So if you're allergic to silicones, this may not be the one for you. Parabens, some people don't go along with it, and has a bit of alcohol, but on the bottom. Titanium dioxide may contain, so it's really low, supposedly no flashbacks. So when it comes to ingredients, this foundation isn't the most, I would say, refined or sophisticated. It's a Maybelline drugstore foundation. I bought this for, I think, 12 euros. I don't want to lie, but it's been a while. For your information, I just did my usual skin routine, my skincare, and I use a little bit, a tiny bit of Becca Evermatte Poreless Primer. I just use a little bit of that on here, but I use this with almost all my foundations right now because my skin is really oily on that area, and I let it sit. I don't apply products right on top because it gets really weird. Also, this foundation is available in about 15 or 16 shades, but I think that only online, at least here in Portugal. I think that on supermarkets and things like that, this is only available in about 6 shades as usual. So usually the darkest colors just don't show up on shelves, but you can look it up online if you're interested. I'm taking one pump on my hand, and I don't know if I'm going to use the whole pump, just so you know, because as you know, it has a lot of coverage. And as you know, I'm not into a lot of coverage. I like to let my skin sort of show through. Let me take my hair out of the way. Looking pretty for all of you. And just applying this on. And I find this foundation to sort of set quite quickly, so I would work in sections. So here it is, half of my face undone, the other half done, and I'm using a Real Techniques brush. This is the sculpting brush, but it's the same as basically the others. It's a dense brush, and it's really easy to apply. So I've zoomed you in for you to see an up close of my skin without anything. I have my scarring, I have a dry patch here. I don't know if this will be able to cover it or if it will look good on top of it, but anyway. And I'm just applying the foundation. As you can see, the little bit that I took on my finger just covered everything. So yes, high coverage. And I always start where I have most of my problems and then blend it out. Now I'm just reapplying, or applying a little bit more where I find I need a little bit more coverage. As usual, you know, I don't usually apply stuff to my forehead because I have fringe but I'm going to dab a little bit on my forehead and just blend it out, just so we can see how it works with my deeper wrinkles throughout the day, if it settles, all of that nice stuff. This does not claim to look great on wrinkles or smoothing or anything, but people with more mature skin need to know. So we'll find that out. I actually really like the finish of this foundation. It has sort of a matte but natural matte effect. It's not mattifying in the sense that it looks dry and just flat. I still have some left, so you can see one pump is way too much for me, for my face, for my liking of coverage, and I find that it totally gave quite high coverage. It's 1:10 in the afternoon. Yes, I know I'm still lazy, but yeah, that's how it looks. Let me zoom you in to see how it looks right from the start. Right off the bat, I think that this foundation just really accomplishes the claims that it has of having very high coverage and feeling like nothing on the skin. It feels just slightly sticky, but I've applied quite a bit, and I'm going to set a little bit with powder. But if I were to use it like this, I wouldn't be afraid of it transferring onto anything, so nice in that sense. It is very lightweight in the feel of it, and it gives really, really good coverage. As I said, the finish is sort of matte but not flat, and I'm pretty pleased with how it looks. I'm gonna do my full makeup and let you know how it works with different products. I'll be right back. My dog is so bloody annoyed with the fact that I'm back to this room where he sleeps during the day that he keeps just making noises. So it took me a long time, because I was recording this look for a video coming up next in the next few weeks, and I just had to stop every 5 minutes. But anyway, I've done my makeup. This is how it looks, and it's 1:51. The makeup is still looking pretty nice. No creasing for now. Yeah, no creasing. Nothing to talk about. So what have I done to my face that concerns the foundation? I've just applied concealer as usual, and then I applied a little bit of creamy highlighter, liquid blusher, and I then went over the blusher and the lower part of my face with a little bit of Kat Von D powder, and I applied a little bit extra blusher this time, Colourpop, which I don't know if it's a cream or a powder, but you get the gist. So that's all I did. And when it comes to feel, it feels just the slightest of the tackinesses, but nothing too alarming. It doesn't feel like it's coming off onto my fingers. And yeah, other than that, it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like it's going to crease right now. It doesn't feel like it's going to oil up right now, and it doesn't feel it's going to soak up all the life off of my face right now. So for now, looking good. I'll be back in a few hours. It's 1:53, and this is how it looks in natural lighting. This is only the light from my window and pushing the ISO upwards, because it's quite dark inside this room despite not looking like that. But this is how it looks in natural lighting. Let me just show you up close. But I'll be back in a few hours to check in. My allergies are taking the best of me. But anyway, it is 4:27, so it's been 3.5 hours-ish since I've applied my foundation. And this is how it looks. So I have a bit of oiliness on the sides of my nose, which is normal. This is a highlighter that I decided to try out in the meantime, which is bomb. But anyway, the oiliness is basically around here. Other than that, I've noticed that the foundation has oxidized 1 to 2 shades maybe, if you compare it with my neck, and you can see it on my hand here because I didn't take this on purpose, and you can see it has oxidized. When I compare it to my neck, it's just a tad bit darker, so it won't be that noticeable, so that keep that in mind. It's not gonna be scary orange and down the neck white, but yeah, it does oxidize. So I'm just blotting as usual, you know. This is something I would do throughout the day. My face just melts off any foundation, and this is how it looks. Other than the oils on the sides of my face, I would say it still looks pretty much as when applied. No creasing, just a tad bit on the sides of my face, nothing out of the ordinary for any foundation really. No creasing, no separation, no weird dry patches, not even on my chin where I always have something drying out. It looks pretty nice. So yeah, I've blotted, I've reapplied a bit of powder, nothing too different from my normal day. It can be from yours, and I'll carry on with my day. So I'll see you in a bit. Hello everybody, so it's 11:34 p.m. and I'm here to wrap up this video with my final conclusions. I have not blotted again. I have been leaning my head against my hand very frequently, so this area here has rubbed off, and I've been blowing my nose, so the center here has also rubbed off, but the areas where I haven't touched my skin haven't come off. The foundation hasn't separated, kicked up, created any dry patches. It hasn't emphasized my pores. I have a little bit of creasing, but nothing too scandalous to talk about, and it has stayed really true to itself and very skin-like despite the high coverage. So, and it withstood my sort of quite oily skin. So I'm really well impressed with the Maybelline Superstay. I know that some people don't like it, so let me know in the comments below. Do you like it? Don't you? What is your skin type and your experiences? Because I actually am pretty pleased with this, and I've already used this a couple of times during the last couple of weeks since I've got it, and I haven't broken out from it despite having dimethicone. So we will never know, will we? Anyway, I think even for aging skin and more mature skin with more wrinkles, this is quite forgiving, and the skin finish that it has is really, really nice and really realistic despite the amount of coverage that it can give. I suspect that if you pile it on, it will not look as natural, but hey ho, to each their own. So these are my conclusions about this foundation. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, leave me a thumbs up down below and subscribe if you haven't already, and if you're new here, hi, I like you. I think everything that I'm left to say is thank you for spending your time on me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!